What's going on, guys? It's Steven Detling here from Dubsy Studios 25, and today we're going to talk about some NHL 16, if it's better or worse than NHL 15, and that was a pathetic move right there. I got some Chicago Blackhawks against Minnesota Wild. I hate the Wild. I don't hate the Wild. There's rivals, so fuck them. But I've been sick, haven't made any videos, and I sound like shit. But we're playing on All-Star here, and I don't do the best. It's a great game, though. I do end up becoming victorious, but it's a struggle all throughout. Anyway, so we want to talk about if NHL 15 is, or NHL 16 is better than NHL 15. And with continued play of this game, I will safely say that yes, NHL 16 is king over NHL 15. There's a couple things why. One, I feel like the skating is just absolutely drastically improved. And here this was a great thing. Lucky right there. But I think that the skating just was so much better in this game than it was in NHL 15, and 15, there's a goal, but 15, I found myself whenever I'd try to hit an opponent, or I'd try to walk the blue line and open up a passing lane, or do anything, the players would just swing out, and you couldn't exactly set up a play the way you really wanted to, and I thought that was a major downfall of NHL 15. Also, I think that some things that are improved. I actually learned that you can, on hybrid controls, you can actually, just like the hit stick, you can hold Y, and you can, or triangle for you PlayStation fellas, you can hold the hit button and you'll track onto the opponent and you'll hit them, which I found the biggest problem with because I could never hit anybody or knock them down, so I was trying to press Y as soon as I got to them, So I found out that automatic hitting was a thing even on hybrid control, so that helped my game out a ton when I figured that out. And then I went and played NHL 15 and tried it, and I found that it was just infinitely better on 16 than it was in 15. Also, some things that I don't like about this installation of the series is the Be a Pro mode, because I found it to be fucking broken in this game. That's my major drawback with this, is that Be a Pro mode just sucks, because for me at least, I don't know how everybody else is going, but you set it up and you can either make the game classic or authentic, and when you do authentic, you have to play 20-minute fucking periods, and that's really annoying. Even with simming to your next shift, it's still a long ass time just for one fucking game. And if you're like me and you want to actually do the whole thing, you start off in the Canadian Hockey League, and so you have to play all those games slow as hell. Then you finally get to the NHL, and it's still slow. That sucks. But what would happen was, with me, I would pick classic and then pick like 4-minute periods, and then I would work for like a couple games, and then it would automatically switch back to authentic, and it'd never let me change it again. So then I had to play 20-minute periods, and I played like 2 games of it, and I just got sick of waiting to piss around, because then they just take your players off the ice and they're tired as shit right away. So it's not even fun to play at that point. But some things that I like that they did with this game, one major thing is the season mode. They finally put a fucking season mode in. That was really gay that they never had that. The goalies are still broken with their stupid cutscenes where they just stand there. I always thought that was fantastic, how the goalies would just stand there and not do anything after the whistle was blown when they covered the puck. That was always some pretty funny stuff. But the passing in this game is something that's not too great. Like, you have to be aiming directly at your players. If you're off by tiny bit, fucking the pass just goes straight to the other team, and then, you know, half the time they'll just skate it by, because you'll fuck up, you know, you'll be trying to get a defense pass or something, and then they'll get it and they'll skate by your defense, and then they score. And all the glitch goals are still in the game. You can still do the left, right, left, or forehand, backhand, forehand, the breakaway goal. You can do the toe drag or the stride deke at the very end, and then you'll put the puck in every single time. It's pretty corny stuff. One thing I always wish they did in these games is not even, like, they would have, I don't know, I wish they didn't even have, like, player stats, like, because it feels like you can only score with certain players, like, when you play, or when you're on higher difficulties and stuff, it feels like when I'm playing on the Blackhawks, like, Jonathan Toews is the only one I can win a fucking face-off with, and that gets really annoying, or that first line, and Patrick Kane and Mark O'Donoghue, who got traded, by the way. Or I think he got dropped down to the fucking AHL, I'm not sure. But that's just great. But you can only score with certain players, and I've always thought that's really fucking dumb, especially in online play, because when you play online, you can only score, as far as I've seen, you can only score with certain players. And speaking of the online in this game, I've played 4 games online, and every single one of them I got fucking lagged out of the game in the second period. Every single one of them. Plus, it just feels so fucking horrible trying to play this game online. I tried team play, 3 games of team play, and then I was like, well, this shit ain't working. And then I tried a versus game, and I got lagged out. And it was like, are you serious? Really? So the servers suck ass like they did in 15. I'm not any fucking good at this game anyway, so I'm not gonna pretend like I would have done better anyway. That was close right there. But yeah, I don't know. I like how the skating is. I like how the shot aim is. The shot aim is awesome. The shot aim is really, really, really kick ass in this game. I thought it was weird that they changed from black, like red and blue all-stars, to black and green. That was kind of strange. I haven't played any, like, of the Ultimate Team, Hockey Ultimate Team. I was never really into that. That never really excited me at all. So I don't know how that's working out. I'd like to hear from some people what they think of that. But I really like the game so far. It's a lot of fun. And it's kind of crazy because the Blackhawks are just like the shittiest team in this game. They suck. They're so bad when it comes to their stats. And that's what I've never liked is how these games are based off of the fucking stats. So, you know, you can't just play as your favorite team and contend with everybody, because you gotta, you know, step up your game a little bit, but it's not just an even game every time. It's really, really based off stats. And yeah, I get that, like, you know, because people want to have their represented players and teams and whatnot, but still, it just kind of, it creates an imbalanced game, and an imbalanced game is a broken game. So I don't know what everybody else thinks of it. I've always thought that's kind of stupid, you know. And that's with any game. Like, you have, you know, Madden or NBA or MLB or FIFA as well. All that shit, just when there's imbalance, I don't know, it's not very good. But yeah, I don't know. I think it's cool. I never noticed, because I never played around with it in 15. I don't know if they had the whole character creation thing and that, because I found that out and I put myself on on the Blackhawks for a game, and I thought that was kind of cool. But I thought it was cool, like, how they have the updated rosters every week. You know, and again, I wasn't too huge into 15, like, all that kind of stuff. I always just kind of, 15, I always had friends over and we played that for hours, you know, and I never really played, and that was unfortunate, but I never really played 15 too much, so I don't know about all that. I thought the character creator thing was pretty cool, and the rosters were cool. You could update them like that, and one thing I wish you could do was do the the manual line changes and strategy updates, on the fly like you can on skill stick controls. Because I fucking hate the skill stick controls, and that makes me a total tard when it comes to the community that plays this game, that I don't use that control. Because I played all the old NHLs like 2002, 2001, and then I never played NHL games that were later than that until 15. And the skill stick thing just was like, what the hell? This is really, really odd controls to me. So I've always played hybrid, but you can't fucking change lines and change strategies on the fly like you can with hybrid controls. And I think that puts you at a disadvantage. I think not playing on the default controls puts you at a disadvantage, because you can't do the protect the puck, which I feel is so fucking overpowered in this game, and that kind of blows. But I don't know. I digress. But Corey Crawford, this game doesn't like him very much. He's not the best goalie in this game. He's not very good in this game at all. So that made me sad. But that's just it. It's like, you play against really hard goalies and shit, and it's a pain in the ass. But I seem like I'm really ragging on this game right now. I think this game's a lot of fun nonetheless. It's so much fun. There's so much you can do in the game. And, there's just so much dynamic to it, and when it's a great party game, having people over and playing this. It's just a lot of fun. And this, I was so struggling here. I could not put the puck in the net after they scored these goals, and it was I just fucking annihilated that guy. But I don't know. I wish one thing I don't like about these games is I wish there was more than 4 difficulties. I wish there was like 6 or 7 difficulties, because when you're not very good like I am, and you go from, let's say, rookie, where you fucking win a game 25-0, 100% time on attack because the other team's so inept at that point, and you just skate right by the defense, like around the defense into the net. You don't just skate through them, around them. And then when you get used to rookie and you're just starting playing these games, then you play pro, and then you get your ass kicked. And then you kind of figure out that you can, as soon as you start doing some stick movements on pro, you can just move right around them. And then at that point, you get to All-Star, and then you cannot pass into an opposing player. You cannot even pass through them or around them, because they'll intercept it every time, and they'll knock your ass down if you're not moving the puck really good, and they'll be lifting your stick every second, poke checking from you every second. And it makes it's just such a drastic change. There's no middle ground with the difficulties, and that was an amazing hit. But there's no middle ground with the difficulties. I feel like there's difficulty scaling is just horrible, and that seems really unfortunate, And I'm not doing this from a multiplayer perspective, because I don't like the multiplayer whatsoever, like I said. I'm just talking about like the everyday person who's going to be playing this, against the CPU. But I wish that it wouldn't be so drastic. I always thought that was kind of a problem, especially when you have the stats, and then when you go to play some teams again on higher stats than your team, and you're changing difficulties, and you'll just get stomped. Like, it's really unfortunate. I was really beginning to panic at this point. That was scary, because they always put the puck in the dumbest fucking ways, and it's just ridiculous. And that's another thing, is that the fucking CPU scores the same goals every time, and there was that glitch bullshit. But the CPU scores the same goals every time. They fucking hold the puck to one side, then they move it the other, wrist shot goes in, or they shoot it in the corner where the goalie's standing and it couldn't possibly go in. That's the other I just hate how it's the same goals every time with the CPU, but you can do a lot of different stuff. And I think NHL 15, and I'm ragging on this game a lot, because this game is not, as a good solid game, This game is not that either. And NHL 15 I felt was just an absolute shit show. Like I thought 15 was horrible, a horrible game. I loved playing it, but it was not a well-made game in my opinion. Uh, and this game addressed a lot of the problems. Like the poke checking's pretty good in this game. You can poke check quite a bit. And then when they did that tuner and you were fucking tripping people every 5 seconds, that was pretty horrible. But that's when I was playing the online games, and I actually saw Bacon's video. If you guys watch Bacon Country, that was pretty great. That's how it was. It was ridiculous. Every single game, just penalty, penalty. Uh, but the game, a lot of things feel a little better. Like I said, the fact that they improved the skating, the checking, the body checking and poke checking, the shot aim is awesome. I love the shot aim. I should have talked about that more in this video. I think the shot aim was incredible in this game, and it helped a lot. You can make a lot more goals, and I just was not playing that great in this game. It was early. I've been getting up at like 5 in the morning and shit and trying to play, and it's not doing the best for me. Fuck off, Granlund. But God, I've been having so many problems with Seabrook. He always puts the puck, like every time I get the puck in the slot with Seabrook, he fucking puts it in his own net, and that gets me so annoyed. Is I get generally in games, one of their goals is a fucking me with Seabrook putting the puck in my own net, and it's getting annoying. But yeah, this game, it's a big improvement over 15. There's still some things that I don't like, and there's the end. Jonathan Toews, or that wasn't Toews, that was Anisimov. Still good, but yeah, I don't know. I wish this game would just not be based so much off stats and attributes and all that stuff, and it would be just balanced. I wish there was better scaling. I wish the passing was better. The passing isn't very good, but everything else is an improvement. I think everything else is a great improvement. I like all the shooting, the rosters, the deeks, like I said, the shooting again. God, I just can't stress enough how much the shooting is better. But yeah, so there you go, guys. I think NHL 16 is a lot better than 15. I'm sorry that this was just a rant of me saying the same shit over and over again. I've been sick and feel like crap, but thanks for watching, guys. I also appreciate all the views and the whatnots, and all the negative feedback makes me feel so great about myself. But I appreciate you guys watching it, and now we're faded to black. But I'd like you guys to keep coming back, and thanks for watching. You all have a good day. See you later.